All right, makeup, check. Coffee, check. Ice. It's melted in my phone. Did I pull it away with the palettes again? It was right beside me. Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys a new video talking about some very overly hyped products. I asked you guys in the community tab on YouTube what some products have been that you've seen sort of floating around that have been really overhyped. And I wanted to know what those products were, and you guys delivered. In particular, I was seeing a lot of you guys wanting to know about the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and the Fenty Beauty line. I've also got some other stuff that I have found on the internet. The new Farsali stuff came in. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and stay tuned for Thursday because I'm going to be doing another video that's a Q&A. I'd asked you guys a ton of questions on Twitter, and again, you guys came through with some really good ones. So I have a bunch of products that I wanted to include in this video, but I'm going to include in that video instead that you guys had requested. So stay tuned for that one as well, and subscribe so you don't miss it. And without further ado, let's get into this. And I know this is more ado, but I'm really excited how many of you guys spotted the Tim Hortons cup and have already left me a comment because, you know, Canada. So while I just prime my lids here, I'm going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. So for those of you that aren't up on the hype on this, basically Huda Beauty had launched the Rose Gold palette and now she has remastered it. She has changed around all of the formulas to what she feels is a lot better. And first of all, her packaging. Always a 10 out of 10. It's so pretty. Very neutral shades, but playing in that warmer kind of berry toned family. This black is supposed to be jet black, and you can use it wet or dry, which is kind of cool. So you could use it for, you know, a liner or something. So first we'll go start with some swatches. Let's try some of this rose gold shade here. Oh, they are buttery. Look at that color, look at the color, look at the color. Oh, let's try matte shade. Man Eater here, which is more of like a burgundy shade, I want to say. Pretty average, like it doesn't feel really buttery. It doesn't feel dry either. But again, as I say in pretty much every single video, swatching a matte shade can be very different than how it applies in the eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a look on one eye, I'm going to come back and we're going to recreate it on the other side and kind of walk through the steps, what I think of each of the shades, where I had struggles, where I really was excited about a product, things like that. So I'll be right back. Okay everyone, I'm back. Just had to cover my eye because it's a little bit intense of a look. But I went like really bright and like pretty and pink. I mean, obviously I have to like kind of smoke out the edges and whatever, but like so far I'm really digging it. So what I did is I took this shade Demure and I just applied that to the crease, this general area. Like this shade is really very pretty. If you wanted to do just a very natural look, I think this one is a stunning one. It is blending onto the skin really well. All of these shades I've been really impressed with so far. And because I did more of like a wing at the edge here, I'm going in and I'm putting more of this color more on an angle out versus down, if that makes sense. Next, I took the shade Doll Face, which is this bright like Barbie pink, and it looked kind of fun. So I took that shade and I just used it a little bit on the inside corner and then on the outside corner as well. And then I took a bit of a Risque as well and applied that more on the outer corner. And also I used a smaller brush for this one. I took a little bit of the Risque and I just sort of connected the two sides a bit at the very top. Oh, that had a little bit too much of the brown on it. Whoops. And then what else did I do here? Oh, I took a mix of Cocoa and Man Eater right here, and I just kind of used that along the very outer corner of the lash line as well as up along this outer edge here, and then drag the rest of the color underneath the eyes as well. Blend out the line there with a little bit more of the Demure shade. Demure? It's Demure. And then right smack dab in the center right here, I actually started in with the Fenty Beauty. This is the Kilowatt Foil Highlighter Duo, and I chose the one in Mimosa Rose and Sangria Sunset, this little one right here, because a lot of you guys were asking, like, what does this look like on the skin? And I kind of wanted to play with it both ways, so I'm going to try this one as a highlight and then this one on the eyes. If you want to pack it on and really make it like pop, I would recommend using your fingers. See what a difference that makes? And lastly, although I'll probably have to do this again after I do all my foundation and everything, I wanted to kind of test out the highlighting shades So I used a mixture of Moon Dust and Bubbly. Where are they? These two shades right here, and applied that underneath the brow bone as well as in the inner corner. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but that is really shiny. So far, what do I think of the palette? I think it is a really good one. Will I continue to play with it? Yes. I'm going to put it actually in my like everyday drawers because I think it's something I want to experiment with more. But if you don't like the berry tones, if you want something that's more neutral or cool tone, like you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna have fun with this. If you're just looking for this for like a couple of these neutral mattes, like it's not worth it. But if you like experimenting, if you want a really fun like rosy pink tone that's like really sparkly and over, like look how gorgeous that is, by the way. Let's just take a moment with that. Then this is a really fun palette and I will continue to play with it. And the Fenty one, I've only used half of the product, so we'll talk about that one after. Oh man, like I just wiped that off on my hand. But like that needs to go on my eyeballs tomorrow. All right, next up is an eyeliner, and this is a line extension that came in from L'Oreal, part of their Lash Paradise collection. So I'm actually going to be trying out the eyeshadow palette on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. But today I wanted to try out the eyeliners, and in particular the rose gold. I don't know how I'm going to do it with this eyeshadow look. I didn't think this through. I mean, I did think it through. I just ignored it. But a bunch of you guys were asking what these were like. So I have the black one as well as the rose gold one in here. It says it has a high shine finish, subtle to sharp lines, a waterproof and long wear color. So these are both more of a glossy finish. So I think I'm gonna start by, whoa, that is a weird brush. Do you guys see that? It just looks like somebody like twisted up a pencil a lot. All right, so here is the black one. You can see that the actual applicator itself is quite long. But it's still like a stubby liner. So I feel like this is gonna be good for lots of control and precision. Let's see what this looks like. It is very black. It is very glossy. So far, so good. And then this right here is the rose gold. Oh, that's so pretty. I want to put that on and I don't know where. I wonder what happens if I just like put it on top of the eyeshadow. Should I just do that? You know what, let's just do that. We're gonna try it. Oh, you know what? That shows up really nicely. You know how sometimes with lighter liners, they just sort of like give a little bit of iridescence if you have a darker shade on underneath and they don't pop. Like this one has some pigmentation to it. Like it's actually showing up on my eye. That is awesome. How I would even use this color is more of like a double line. So I would do a black liner right up against the lash line and then apply this one like on top, sort of just outlining the black. Or I'd use it like as a little like dash out from the outer corner of the eye underneath a black liner would be really cool too. But I wanted to try this one on top of an eyeshadow and it works. It works really nicely. All right, now that we have a little bit of a mascara on, I'm gonna move on to the brows. And I've been seeing this a lot recently. People have been raving about the new brow products from Kat Von D and I haven't had a chance to try them yet. So I bought two of them. One is their Precision Pencil and the other one is their Longwear Pomade. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with, but I think I'm gonna use the pencil today. And this is in the shade Medium Brown, and it's, I think it's like a long, shot that across my table. Whoops. I think it's supposed to be like a long, thin, like the rectangular thing or something. Oh, it's more oval, but like really thin, but oval, but thin. And this is supposed to give the illusion of those microbladed the microbladed brows. There we go, everyone. I finally got it. And what I've been doing recently, I've talked about this in a couple of videos, but I've been using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter to kind of brush the hairs into place. It also separates them and gives them that more like feathery look. And then I go in with a pencil and kind of touch up the areas where I need to. And then my brows are also slightly uneven, so I'm just gonna fill in those minor areas. This is doing a really good job. It does give a very like brow hair effect. I'm not even that good at brows and this is working. It is giving really nice brush-like effects. I love the color. It's a really good match for me. I really like this so far. All right, next up is a primer, and this is a primer water from Wet n Wild, part of their Flights of Fancy collection. A lot of you guys wanted to know what it was like, and so I'm gonna spray it on my face, and we're gonna find out. I planned this poorly because I should have sprayed this on my face before I did my whole eye look. But that's okay. This little thing from the Huda Beauty palette's gonna help me out. And in case anyone is wondering if it has a scent to it, it does not. I don't know why I was hoping for something to be really tropical. I don't know why. Maybe because of all the like bird tropical things, but no, at least it doesn't smell like a bird. It feels really nice on the skin. It is a nice spray. You guys know I have an issue with the spray of these kinds of products, but this one has a nice like mist. You can see I just sprayed myself in the face again. I don't know how I did that. So you can see that like it's got a nice even mist and it goes out like diagonal like this. So you get lots of spray like all over the face. It's not as concentrated in one general direction. So that's really nice. And we'll see if it helps keep my makeup on. And now I'm excited to finally try the new jelly beams that came in from Farsali. They launched 2 new colors. One is Rose Goals and then the other one is Glow Up. It says that Glow Up is a champagne pink with a magenta microfine glitter. And then Rose Goals is rose gold. That's it. It's rose gold. But I thought I would start by swatching them against the original so you guys can kind of see. And then I was going to play with it not only just as a highlight, but also mixed in with my foundation, just pat it on top of my skin. I just want to see the different ways in which you can wear it and what it looks like. So starting with Rose Goals right here, definitely more of a warmer, deeper undertone. Here we have Glazed, which is the original, more of a neutral champagne, very light, very bright. And that right there is Jelly Beam, which is definitely the lightest, much more of a pinky, and whoa, that is really light. So you can see there the 3 different shades. I think the rose gold one isn't showing up as well on my skin, but it's more of a gold undertone to it. So I'm gonna try this on the face in like a whole bunch of different ways. The first way is I'm going to combine it with the rose gold elixir and just apply, like tap it into the skin because I want to see what it looks like for more of those like those no makeup days. So it says to apply 3 drops of the rose gold elixir into your hand. And then a pea-sized amount of the jelly. It's so gross. Like, it's really pretty, but it is gross. And then apply it to the face. Probably not as aggressively as I am doing currently. Oh, you know what? That is actually like, that's really nice. You could probably mix it in with any of the primers that you have, but it's just because the jelly itself dries out like really, really quick on the skin. So you want to make sure you have it mixed in with something. Otherwise, you're just gonna get like nice, like really pretty, but like streak marks on your skin. And now I'm gonna take my stick foundation. And I know I'm going over directly where I put all of the luminosity, but you know, we're experimenting today. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply this, and then I'm gonna take a little bit more of that stuff, the stuff of the things, the rose gold elixir with more of that jelly beam, and I'm going to use a brush to kind of mix that in with my foundation. And again, I am using the rose gold one to add more of like a golden sheen to my skin. And I'm just kind of like mixing that all together. Oh man, that is beautiful. Like, tell me that does not look gorgeous. That's not just me, right? Like, that looks really pretty. My skin looks really nice right now. And the like combination is everything. Oh, I am into that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna conceal and I'll be right back. Let's try this glow up one and see what that one looks like on the skin. They say to work in a small area at a time and use a patting motion. So far, it's looking a lot more subtle than I was anticipating. Considering how light it is, I was expecting it to really pop on the skin. Let's just try and beef that up a little bit. This one I feel like will look a lot better on my skin when I have no self-tanner on. Right now, it feels a little, whoa, what happened there? I don't know what happened, but anyway, it feels a little bit white pink on my skin the way it is right now. So I think I prefer the original, the glazed one, when I'm wearing self-tanner, but I feel like this one will look really good when I have a paler complexion. So my thoughts on the Farsali is that I think they're pretty. I think my favorite so far is definitely the rose gold mixed with glazed. I think those are 2 of my favorites. This is going to give a very nice, like, lit from within kind of a glow because it has a liquid base. I feel like once it dries down, it's just gonna look like my skin is just naturally glowing, and I love how it looks when it's mixed in with the elixir or with the foundation. But if you want like a strong like highlight pop on the skin, don't think you're gonna like this. All right, now I've set my face a little bit, applied a little bit of bronzer, and I'm gonna go into the Paradise Enchanted Scented Blushes from L'Oreal. These are the peach scented products, and I'm excited. I want to know what these smell like. How peachy are they? I have Bashful and Fantastical here. I'm probably gonna use Bashful, and open. All right, smell test. Ooh. Oh, I can't stop smelling it. I can't breathe. Okay, smell it again. This does not smell like cheap, like candy. Oh my gosh, what happens if I put the butter bronzer with the peach? Oh my gosh, if you haven't tried doing that, you need to combine these 2. Double scenting. It's like having a peach on a tropical vacation. Oh, I am into that. And this color looks stunning. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but a nice, like a corally undertone. Oh, I feel like this is gonna look really good. Very subtle, but I like it. Let's see what happens when I put a little bit of Fantastical on top. Whoa. Did anyone else just see that, or is that just me? It's like picking up a lot of like the outer warm tones in my eyeshadow look. That is a pretty blush. pretty, pretty, pretty. And then lastly for the lips, I'm gonna be trying out the Shayla ColorPop collaboration. This is a lipstick, and I think this is like a lip topper type thing, and I just want to see what these look like. I've heard so much about this whole collaboration in general, and I wanted to kind of see what these look like on the lips. And I also have her highlight, so I think I'm gonna try that out in Thursday's video because that one also looked really good. This one is in the color Ooh, and it is aptly named because ooh, like a really nice, like a corally orange color, although I don't know how that's gonna look with my eye color today. What other color did she launch? This one is Come On Sis, and it's more of a like a rosy tone. I think this also is gonna be a little too dark on me. I'm gonna swatch them first. Oh, they're like butter. There are the two shades right there. Actually, you know what? I wonder what happens if I like combine the two of them. What would that look like? Yeah, that combination is exactly what I want on my lips. Done. If you guys haven't had a chance to try out the Luxe lipstick, I highly recommend. They're really, really nice in terms of quality, pigmentation. They're not obviously super long lasting, but they're really pretty. Uno Mas is one of my go-tos. And now I'm going to try this ultra glossy lip, and this is in Neat Freak, which is a very pretty, sparkly, like a peachy champagne tone. I was worried it was going to look really, really glittery on, but it just kind of like reflects the light and adds a bit of warmth. I like that. I think actually out of all three of those lip colors, this is probably my favorite. I think this would look gorgeous just kind of on top of the lips to add like a nice glossiness, but still a nice warmth, almost like a golden glow. I think that's gonna look so pretty. So I gotta say that this look that I came up with is actually really good. I do like a lot of the products that I tested out today. I do want to save my final judgment until the end of the day and share with you guys after seeing how everything wore, how it looked in natural light, how it wore outside, like all that kind of stuff. We will see what the makeup actually looks like, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, so I am back, and I totally forgot. I just realized this like maybe an hour after filming that I didn't actually put that Fenty Beauty highlight on my face. So I actually have it on my skin right here. I'm not like so over the top excited about it where I'm like, wow, you need to go out and buy it. If you have any sort of texture on your skin, this is really going to emphasize it. I can see a little bit in sort of this general area, but man, the color like pops on camera and it looks gorgeous. I think this pink is really pretty just down the center. It's unique, a little bit different. So anyway, thought I would mention that right off the bat because I'm sure a lot of you were wondering like, what happened to the highlight, Rachel? You only reviewed like half the product. I'm gonna start with the Huda Beauty palette, and my thoughts on it still remain. Like my eyeshadow still looks really good by the end of the day. It has not budged, and I think it's a good palette. Is it something I'm gonna use on an everyday basis? Probably not. Is it something that I'm excited about and I think is a really good quality product? Yes. I just don't use berries all the time, but I do really like it, and I think it's good quality if you are someone that does. So for Farsali Jelly Beams, I'm a little bit on the fence about because they dry down so fast and they can dry really, really streaky if you're not careful. Really the only way that I was really excited about using them was mixed in with primer for like a no makeup day, or mixed in with foundation, and it gives this nice glowiness to the skin that's gorgeous. But just sort of like patted on the skin by itself, at least in the ones that I tried, like it wasn't that exciting. And I don't know, I layered it up a lot and I wasn't getting that like kapow on the skin the way I was expecting. However, mixed in on the skin like all over, gorgeous. I really like the L'Oreal blushes. Like the smell is like really nice. Seriously, I have to stop it. I have to stop it. Gorgeous colors, really enjoy these. Will continue to use them. The water priming spray, I like the product in terms of how it's sprayed on the face. My makeup still seems to be intact. That could also be the fact that it was the Hourglass Vanish, which is a really good foundation, and it tends to stay on my face really, really well regardless. It felt really good on the skin. It hasn't made my makeup look worse, so I will continue to play with it. The Kat Von D brow products are good. And actually after filming, I just played around a little bit with the pomade underneath kind of the brows, like right in there. And I actually really liked this. I think I like this better than the pencil. And I use this little angled brush. This is by Benefit. Really like this. This is really good for the brows in case you're looking for one. But this one is, to me, at least in the small amount that I used it, I think this is better than the pencil. I will still use it, but I don't think it's like, it wasn't that groundbreaking to me. Really like the rose gold of this liner. I haven't tried this one yet. Where did it go? Okay, well, anyway, the one that I'm currently wearing on my eyes, it is still there. It is very impactful for a rose gold liner. Like it stayed on top of the bright color really well, and it just popped. It had a lot of pigment to it, and like I'm excited to play around with it a little bit more. I think it's really interesting and unique, and it's just really fun. And then the collaboration between Shayla and ColorPop, the lipsticks were nice. They're not my favorite colors. That's just a personal preference thing. This lip topper was really pretty. I'm actually wearing it on my lips right now. I just wanted to see what it looked like without any lip product on. It's really pretty. The gold sparkle is so subtle. It just gives this nice sheen to the lips. It's really pretty. This one, I love it. What are some overhyped products that you guys have been either enjoying or not enjoying? Did you buy into hype of a product and it wasn't what you expected it to be? Did you find something that you really, really loved and you're excited about? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to check out the videos on the side over here in case you are still here at the end of the video and are looking for more videos to watch, because look, I have some. And as per usual, if you go and check out those videos, let me know in the comment section if you came from this video, because I love going through all of my comments and seeing where you guys are and just kind of end up. That's always interesting to me. I'll have this like video pop up from like 2014. You guys are like, here I am. And I'm like, what? I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys all on Thursday. Love you girls. Mwah.